I'm going to give you a counting exercise here. And I can't make this image bigger because it will pixelate it. It will fall into pieces. But what I'm going to ask you to do, what you see here is, you see 6 people in front of 3 elevators. And 3 of them are wearing black T-shirts and 3 of them are wearing white T-shirts. And they have 2 basketballs. And when I ask Dave to push play, it's going to be a very, very brief movie in which they're going to both pass the basketballs, the black ones among themselves, and the black T-shirts among themselves, and the white T-shirts among themselves. And your task is to count the number of times, without talking to anybody or making any sounds, count the number of times that the people in the white T-shirts pass the basketballs. Do you understand this? Okay. Count the number of times that the people in the white T-shirts pass the basketball, and the movie's going to be done very, very quickly. So when you're ready, Dave, you can push play. Okay, if I can have the lights. And I did hear some giggles, and we'll let that lie for a moment. But if I can have the lights up full the way they were. Thank you. All right, so what kind of number did you get? Anybody? 14? 13? 14? Who got 13? Raise your hands. Okay, look around, by the way. So there's okay, 14? Vast majority. 15? It's like a bell curve. We won't go to 16 and to 9. So how many people in this room? 2,000 people, and we get a distribution, okay? But it was like, there's only one number. So it's not so easy to do this. Now, just raise your hands. I don't want you to shout anything out. How many of you noticed anything unusual during this little film clip? I just want to get a sense of the hands. And I get the sense like 10% of the group. 10%, say. Okay, now we're going to play the movie again. We're going to drop the lights again, Russ, and just let's drop the lights, and I'll say play, and then you can push the play button. So dropping the lights, and now I just want you to watch the movie and not count, okay? So go, Dave. You can. If I could have the house lights back up. Can I have the lights up? All right. Now be honest. How many of you, raise your hand up high, did not see a person in a gorilla suit come out and go like this? Raise your hands up high. Okay, so it's clearly like 90% of the audience, or maybe more. Now let me ask you another question. We have to go quickly now because we only have 5 more minutes, and I got a few more of these to show you. How many of you still didn't see the gorilla? Raise your hands. Okay. So it's another 3 or 4 or 5%. Let's drop the lights and play the movie one more time. And for this, I'm going to get down off the stage, although I can't do it in 2 places at once. Whoops. I'd like to invite you to bring your attention to the right edge of the screen. Right over there. Okay. All right, hopefully everybody saw it, because I'm not going to... Now, this is not a different movie every time. This was the same movie every time. I had actually given you many hints about you can see but not see during my talk, and yet 90% of you didn't see the gorilla. What is going on here? Now, Dan Siegel will explain what's going on in his talk, because I'm running out of time, unfortunately. But it's a graphic, if you don't mind my putting it that way, example of how we can actually see and not see. Now, Do you think this has any applications in other aspects of your life? Has anybody near and dear to you ever said to you, "You never listen to me"? It's true. But of course, we're going to say, "What do you mean I never listen to you?" Of course I'm listening to you. Yeah, but you don't hear anything. And how many gorillas are there in your life, in your work, every day, that may be really important, but you got set up to think only this way about it? And I set you up about the counting, the whole story about the counting, and how many of you, just admit it, wanted to get the right answer, that this was like a test, and your ego was on the line here. You know, it's like, I'm a mindful person, I'm going to see it, I'm going to get the right number. And of course I set you up, but you don't need me to set you up. You set yourself up perfectly day after day after day, with every little thing that you're attached to, that you believe in, this little like rose-colored glasses or blue-colored glasses or whatever it is that filters everything, so we don't actually see what's right in front of us. And we do need to wake up and get rid of the filters and come to our senses, both as a nation and as a planet and as a species, and also as individuals, and that's to a very large degree, you know, the challenge of a lifetime and also the adventure of a lifetime. It's like, what else is there worth doing?